What's up everybody, welcome to the channel, and I wanted to do this video just to show you a quick side-by-side and what UFL needs to do over the years, if they last that long, to actually become relevant again, right? What gave them that initial base of players that appreciated or respected, or both, their game, is that you could actually play real football. It always was lacking in the animations department, meaning, like, let's say a attacker had the ball and the defender came in, there was no tussling, there was no, extra animations where the ball might have deflected just barely off of a defender and kept going in its initial direction, but with a little bit of a difference in, from the deflection, which, does change the course of who might get the ball. Maybe it throws off the attacker's run just a bit, and then you have to adjust and keep playing, right? That real football type of feel, right? It's just not in the game. Now, this was one of the better UFL type of goals, but I want to show you the difference. You see the build up here, right? You see that tussle with the defender to get the ball taken off his feet there, and then we win it back. And then notice the weight of the passes. Notice how the ball looks traveling. This is that realistic feel that both UFL and even FC is lacking. FC has more of a arcade feel, but you've seen that deflection at the end there. That is a real football example that eFootball has. In UFL, when the ball even hits someone, it's almost like the player doesn't even know. It's not a blocking animation. The player doesn't make a blocking animation. And the way the ball hits off the post, hits off a player, deflects around, even moves around for passes and shots, it just doesn't look real. It looks like a pixelated little object made to look like a football that's traveling at a certain speed. It doesn't grab your attention and lock you into the fact that you are playing a football game. You don't get that feel at all when you're playing UFL. You don't get immersed into the game in UFL because it's just too stiff. It's just too... There's just too much missing from the beautiful game. I mean, look at that unrealistic movement. They've had ages now to change that into like a fluid movement. What could be maybe the ball runs through the player's legs, right? Or the player takes an outside of the foot turn. Instead, you do a fake shot, first time receive, and it turns into a glitchy movement, and they just continue to keep it in a game. And that's what UFL is full of, those glitchy movements. So again, more eFootball gameplay. Look at the realism in the throw-ins. Look at the way the ball's bouncing, the players are receiving the ball, right? So not only does this create a challenge, because it's not just the passes lock onto the players like UFL, but it also makes it rewarding when you do create passing sequences and score great goals. It makes it realistic looking. When you wait a perfect time pass and then put a perfect curling shot into the corner, it takes skill. Now, eFootball isn't without its issues because they recognize they have a lot of low-skill players, and so they dumb down the game with AI assistance to the max. I mean, they even have a function, Smart Assist, where the AI makes your decisions for you, like a vast majority of them. It's crazy, but it's obvious why they did it, because this game, at its true form, is difficult, but that's just like real football. That challenge is what makes this game great. What could make this game great if you didn't have all the overpowered AI defense, overpowered assistance that literally takes away from the skill gap, takes away from the beauty of being like real football. And UFL, to be quite frank, just doesn't have that real football feel at all. I mean, they're nowhere near. So, two games with two different major issues and two different major focuses. And another big similarity, which is the low-level, low-skill players that take advantage of the nonsense in both of these games because they can play and still compete and win. Both of these types of players will be chased away if both of these games fix these issues I'm talking about. Because then these low-level players can't win like they are now, can't stay in games like they are now. So, we'll see if either of these games or both of these games can make the necessary fixes to truly be a good football game for UFL and for eFootball, the best true-to-football game. Only time will tell what happens, but I just want to give you this little side-by-side and let you know, like, the biggest marquee issues wrong with each game. With that being said, keep grinding, keep having fun. I will see you on the next one. Peace.